A real-world speed test from the DVDFab's own testing, which is a 2.5-hour Blu-ray disc converted to MP4 H264 in about 7 minutes on a machine with a NVIDIA RTX 4060. That same disc as standard software player would take maybe 2 to 3 hours to play through normally. That is the GPU acceleration advantage in practice. Hey guys, Alex here. Today I'm showing you how to rip a Blu-ray disc to an MP4 file. One file on your computer plays anywhere. This is probably the most common thing people want to do with the Blu-ray collection, with the DVDFab Blu-ray Ripper. I will also show you the format option because MP4 is not always the right answer. Depending on what you want to do with the file, let me walk you through the process. Alright, so let's go to the DVDFab website. I select the Windows version, all the links in the description below this video. Open it up and select the Reaper module on the left. Surely, let's just insert the disk to our DVD drive. So DVDFab scans and decrypts everything automatically. All the AACC, BD+, BDJ, all handled in the background. Okay, then in about 5 to 10 seconds and the disk is loaded. You can see all the title information, runtime, available audio tracks, including the lossless one, and of course the subtitles, everything is loaded. If the disk has multiple titles, DVDFab picks the main feature automatically based on the runtime. If you want something else, just click Choose Other Titles and pick what you need from the full list. Okay, let's go to the output format. So we click Choose Other Profile, you have quite a few options here. The right choice depends on what you're actually gonna do with the file. So we have MP4 H264, it's the compatibility champion. It plays on every device without any issues, so it could be phones, TV, tablets, everything. So if you're not sure about which device you're gonna play the file in, choose MP4 H264, it's always the safe option. Then we have the MP4 H265. It gives roughly half the size with the same visual quality. The trade-off is the encoding, and also not all the device supports H265 playback. Then we have the MKV Passthrough, so in this case DVDFab does not re-encode the video at all. It takes all the video and audio streams of the disk and puts them in the MKV container. The output is basically bit-to-bit identical copy of your disk. But then the files are quite substantial, it's gonna be from 20 to 40 gigabytes for the Blu-ray disc easily. In short, for sharing on a mobile, the MP4 H264 is the best option. Then if you need some storage efficiency, choose the MP4 H265 instead. And then if you want a full copy of your disk with the best possible quality, choose the MKV Passthrough. Now let's go to the advanced settings. We have a video tab. If you choose the Passthrough, then most of these settings are locked. If you encode into MP4, the defaults are already well configured, so basically you don't need to change anything here. We can select between H264 or H265 codec depending on your profile choice. Resolution is basically match the source. Here, if you have a target file size, choose your bitrate. Then we go to the audio tab. For the pass-through output, select the copy audio to keep the lossless track. For the MP4 output, the AAC is the best option. Then just go to the subtitle tab. You choose the remix here. Remix keeps the subtitle as selectable tracks, you don't need to worry about that. Go with the remix unless you have a specific reason to burn your subtitles into the file. And then of course, before we start the rip, let me show you how the video edit works. So we click the pencil icon next to the advanced settings, effects, watermark, subtitles, audio and speed tabs. For Blu-ray ripping, the two most practically useful ones are crop and effect. So crop is great if your Blu-ray has the cinematic aspect ratio with the black bars. So you can just drag the handles to remove them if you want. Effect lets you adjust the brightness, contrast, and the saturation before encoding. You can do some filters if you want to. So if you have a Blu-ray with a transfer that looks a bit flat or overly warm, you can correct it here rather than doing it in separate specific software. These are all optional, but having them in the same tool as Reaper saves a lot of steps. Alright, let's just pick the output folder and just hit the start. The GPU acceleration is always active with the DVDFab. You can always track the progress in a processing tab on the left, so let's just wait till it's done. Alright, so file seems to be done, MP4 file is ready, let's check it out. So that is the Blu-ray to MP4 with the DVDFab. MP4 H264 for maximum compatibility, H265 if you need to save the space. And then we have the MKV Passthrough if you want the perfect quality. The advanced settings give you control over the codec, bitrate, audio, and subtitles when you need it. So subscribe for more and check the related videos in the description. I hope that helped, and I see you in the next one.